South Florida on a Friday night, come through to Seduce Friday nights in South Florida in Lauderdale Lakes at Bliss Nightclub each and every Friday night. We got a diverse music for you. We got hip hop, dancehall, Afrobeat, reggae. We got everything for you. Soca, you name it, we have it. On a Friday night at Bliss Nightclub. We start at 11 a.m. Gets up at 11. Usually, ladies are free before 12:30 with RSVP. So go to Seduce Friday Nights on Instagram. Hit the link and go RSVP for the ladies. All right. Also, on a Friday nights, right, the ladies come out in their numbers. So, fellas, if you want to find you a new one, that is where you need to be at. Seduce Friday Nights each and every Friday. Bliss Nightclub. I'll see you there. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Student to Life podcast where learning and unlearning has no limits. I'm your host Stretch, and today we have a very special guest in the building, a dancehall superstar, one of the most distinctive voices in dancehall, one of the most creative artists in dancehall from 2012 until this day. We have Konshens in the building. Konshens, welcome to the show.
Bless up, my fam.
Blessings. Give thanks for coming through. So, Every guest that comes on our podcast, we want to make sure we keep the essence of what we try to do, which is teach and also learn from each other. So when you hear the name Student to Life, what's that meaning that come to mind when you hear that?
Student to Life, would that sound like once you're alive, you're learning, you know?
Yeah.
Once you stop learning, you're probably dead. You know what I mean? So I feel like that name is very profound.
Yeah.
Especially in a time like this where everybody feel like they know it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, Student to Life.
So every guest that come on, we try to basically humanize our guests. We want people to actually see that side of the guest that is not the usual. Like, you know, people see you as an artist sometimes and they don't see you as human, like you don't have real feelings, like you don't have real family, real stuff going on.
Yeah.
But to do that, we always start with your story. Like, where did your story start? Where were you born, grew up?
Depends on how far back I want to go. If you want to say where did I start? Where did Konshens
Not
start?
Konshens start.
All right. Upper Camp Kingston, Jamaica. Father was a soldier.
Yeah.
So at this time, live. Upper Camp was actually the military base. Where
So they actually allow families to live on the base?
Yeah. When they marry, them can live on the base.
Okay.
So that's where I was born actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I lived for majority of my young life until about, I would say, first farm. We moved to Sherlock Crescent.
Yeah.
And that's where from
that's like night and day.
Yeah, I want to tell you, I like to tell a story because, you know, you live at Upper Camp and you hear gunshot, but a legal gunshot, and then we move to Sherlock now when Sherlock and Brook Valley were hot. So the gunshot, you hear a different type of gunshot. So it definitely grew me up fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when you're on the camp, is there school on the camp or you have to leave?
No, man, I go Excelsior High School. I go Micro practicing all age school. Like, they definitely live a regular life, but when you go here, at camp,
Yeah. So did you get extra discipline from growing up there?
I feel like growing up there give me extra indiscipline.
How so though?
Yeah, because I feel like I want to say majority of my friends growing up in an upper camp. I don't know if because we're exposed to so much discipline and man I call other man sir and people the whole rank situation is like it have a negative effect on like 50% away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 50% of them join the army and love and conform to that style.
Right.
And then in the next set away have serious discipline problems.
Because when I hear anything about discipline after that.
About discipline and straight line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was the effect it have on me. I definitely have a discipline problem.
So you grew up with both parents?
For the most part, my early days, until I reached about high school, High school. It was no parents.
None at all?
Yeah.
So you and your siblings then basically?
Yeah.
So how did you think that affected you though? Like not having parents after a while, like having them and then not having them.
I think having them affected me more than not having them. I
Right.
don't know if that makes sense when I say it, but the early instilling a certain values and certain mindset kind of shaped me from early out.
Yeah.
So then when life start come at 100 mile an hour and you grow up, it's like the steps when I take, me still a pull from what I learn as a younger youth. So when it reach a point when I really have them around, it's like I'm force ripe already, like I'm a big man already.
Yeah.
You get what I say?
So certain things that you have to learn, you have to get from when they
and
were there.
Are the willingness to learn, student to life.
Yeah.
The willingness to learn is kind of dead.
Right.
Because of certain, I don't know if it's a fear factor or a level of maturity, but it's like certain step when I take, they have little more questioning than what a
Right.
regular person would have.
You think you were forced to grow up at that point though?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because for we, I grew up with both parents from I don't know no other life but
Right.
both parents.
Right.
But my friends that had either in the household had different qualities from me.
Right.
Understanding that their mindset is different, or them think or them move, and even how you react sometimes. Some of the man I grew up with, their mother is like their reaction is of a female type of reaction. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like you don't know how as a man to really discipline yourself or take certain responsibilities because all you know is how your mother deal with
Right.
things. And there's no male figure for discipline in a certain way
No
because
sense of calm or everything emotional. Everything.
everything, yeah, that's what I mean. I say.
Yeah.
So your reaction is literally what you see your mother do.
Yeah.
So that is what I realized with a lot, and even some of the man them where the community they wasn't allowed to raise them because your man now you want to take the tilling from the man in the community.
Right. And you know what again too, when you say like them reaction is kind of female, women will take offense to that, but
Yeah.
it kind of tricky because it's not that women 100% emotional, but them children don't really get to see them in the calm collective essence.
True.
You only see a mother when she
Hustle and
emotional
bustle.
majority of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that affect a youth to grow up with his mother alone. That's how he carry himself.
So how did you know you have a talent for music? Because me try singing out, I know singing out of my thing.
Yeah.
See me?
Yeah.
But for a man to find him voice and know so you have a talent, when did you discover that?
Very late in our life.
Yeah.
I end up doing music by just following my big brother. He's a man where anything I do, I want to do it too. So,
Right.
so I take up football, so I take up basketball, so I take up everything, good and bad,
Yeah.
I even follow.
So,
You know what I mean?
so basically you're a role model in every way.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If you ask me them time, they would have never said that still,
yeah, because you never appreciate that way.
Right, but now that me's a big man and me
Yeah.
I look back on the moves I'm making in life, and after even losing him, I realize say, yeah, everything when we do was a reflection
Yeah.
of him.
We are touched back on that a little bit, but
Yeah.
when you take it serious now, 'cause remember you can discover the talent, but when you actually say, this me I gotta do, forget everything else, forget school, forget college, this.
I did love music as a fan.
I think you still do though. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I follow you from them time, but we see you really love it from
Yeah,
them
like
time.
really love music as a fan.
Yeah.
People who go to school with me like me, you buck up on people and them I say, yo, when you used to go to school, you used to beat this. Lie them I tell you. 'Cause when I go to school, I never know me an artist. Zine, but me always have been CD player and in my ears for everything before ball game, lunchtime, like a music, me always say, every genre come up. So when me actually start do music creatively, is like a sense of freedom. It's like me free up because this is how I love already wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And then would find myself in a spot now where I create it. And that is just refreshing to me. When I realize I hit this now, my brother again.
Yeah.
So him used to work as Sports Max when internet just start get moving in Jamaica. We never have internet our yard, but Sports Max have internet.
Yes.
So
Sports Box on the channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So him used to be a programmer. So him have access to internet. And by some strange chance, we realized so we get a #1 song in Japan.
But after you start record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me I skip out enough part
Rough
of the
part,
story.
yeah.
But you piece it together.
Yeah.
You get a #1 song in Japan and a man a try book with a tour. So him there work sit down so for the people them work and just I get email a man I say yo one of them who want to know if you have
Yeah.
tour. So that's how it really start, and even before the tour actually happened, the thing when him dub plate now we start get dub plate and realize say $400 for a dub. Them time they are 2006.
Jaja, them time hold for money in the time.
And me I work for the whole month and now see $400 for me pay. So me I say
That 400 US we are talking
yeah,
about.
so you know, so that them time how much money that whole per month.
Yeah, because the exchange rate the different from now.
Yeah, much more than I pay.
Yeah.
Them time for any work I ever do, one dub plate more than I pay. So that's when we say no something serious about this, but then when we go up on the tour and come back now, we decide say yo
Full force.
Yeah.
So Jamaica never know anything about these songs that you guys are putting out. Like Sherlock now, Sherlock probably know, but the worst at Jamaica probably don't know.
No, so when we move go Sherlock now, we're artists now. Cause we start DJ on the corner now and stage show I keep and we are brave it out and go run up on stage show so people know we as artists. Not seriously, but them know we as artists.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say nobody take we serious more than you have your community song and your community song bad till Music Plus and Channel 14 and them station they come in RATV so we start get the local play them. So doing the park, Portmore, Spanish Town, then people know we have some we in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we not really stamp our foot yet.
But they might call it the bus, you know, you get that big bus there.
Yeah.
Until Winner.
But we in the mix. When you see the whole of them little music video there, yeah man, we in the mix. Them
Until Winner came.
Winner now.
So Winner was that big song.
Yeah.
That you first jump on and you say, all right, I hit this now.
Yeah.
So how did that change your life though? Because you used to work at a regular job before. How did that change from now, you know, you're recognizable to everybody?
Yeah.
Because back in those times, you know, remember, if you have RETV, like you say, you have TVJ, CVM, only 2 stations we have because the country me come from.
Yeah.
So you have TVJ, CVM, anything will come on them station they will know.
Yeah.
And then you have like on stage that come on, all them things that come on, and people can recognize you know what them see. Because we never need Instagram or Facebook or anything to recognize people. The only thing we had was TV and radio.
Yeah.
So now everybody is seeing Konshens on them TV. And everywhere you go now, you got a store, people are recognize you. Everywhere people recognize you. What was that shift like?
You know, it never feel like that initially. I think you said something important a while ago. You say you come from country, you only have 2 channels.
Yeah.
Them time when I have nothing to play on TVJ or JBC if you are
No,
TVJ.
JBC was...
Before
no, when
you.
you bus, no man, JBC...
TVJ
There's
free.
TVJ. When you bus a TVJ, but when in the 90s when me I grew up was JVC.
Yeah, TVJ and CVM, I don't know play on them station.
Yeah.
So the cable people them would have know who maybe, but then you have a thing on him RE school tour kind of humble me.
Yeah.
And make me know say I have work for that. Because when you go some place in some country, when you see Romy and Virgo run out and Chris Martin, because them are rising stars. So people know them. Me have to sing my song and then people say, oh, that's him.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it never feel like no stardom from until about 3 years in.
3 years.
3 years in.
So the friendships changed and all them things that change after that.
Well, I think I do one of the classic good bad scenario where I hired the whole of my friend them time there.
Oh, okay.
So it's like everybody who their own me now they're on payroll. So and them are actually at work. So I never ever have the desire or the luxury to go out and go find new friend. And especially I was super introverted.
So let me ask you this though, because we know the business side of things, a lot of dancehall artists don't do it the right way.
Yeah.
Where like you say, they hire them friend who probably don't even never have experience in being a manager, a publicist, a stylist, anything.
It's madness.
Right.
It's madness. That you ask me.
That's what I actually work out for you. That's what I actually work out for you because you probably have to do the work yourself.
That's straight. Not necessarily me have to do work. I'm not going to take credit and say at the time them never useful.
Yeah.
But if me for do it right now, go do that way, it wouldn't do that way. And me signing artists now and them thing there. I definitely not gonna make the artist come hire him friend and them thing to be a road manager. Because my thing was really trial and error. It did nice, But when it dark, it dark.
Jaja.
You get me? I say? So, yeah.
So you know you have your friend them hired now, and we're gonna get to the business side where we are talking about the other things that did come along. But when did that first real management come along and you say, yo, this me did miss now, this me did need?
I think by the time I get management, I was already kind of a micromanager.
Okay.
So like, I would say my current manager now would prove to be the most effective.
And how long ago did you get this one?
Like 2 years.
Oh, sure.
And every other manager actually had certain elements where helped me and grew me as a person, but I wouldn't say anyone was 100%, yo, this me did miss it.
Yeah.
But everybody grew me as an individual.
Right.
You get me? I say so.
But how long in did you start the label, the subconscious?
Which was madness again. This was like before the world even know me fully.
Yeah?
I start the label and start. That's when I sign the artist and I do that whole something there.
So subconscious started with, you know, the paperwork side of it though, because you have to talk about split sheets, you talk about all these things. Were you doing all of that at that time?
No. Not to the extent that it should have been done. It was more of who they around me.
Yeah.
Me and your par, your artist, all right, me gonna sign you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a case of, yo, me go look for artists. The first artist no, there was no artist to look for.
Right.
Man just they around me and them are artists and I
Just,
say, come in, sign.
Forward.
So I'll be a madness with them time, man. I straight trial and error.
So then everybody know about the signing with Massacre now.
Yeah.
Right?
Which me not take no credit for that.
And I think to be honest with you, I think you should take at least a little bit of credit for that, because a whole lot of people never really knew who he was until that time. Until that first on-stage interview, a lot of people didn't know who he was.
No, I take credit for some I'm career.
Right.
His career
right.
initially. Whole heap of moves I make, but in terms of finding the talent that is Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I work with Curator and Curator say, yo, listen to youth. And I say, I'm one more youth again. And even when me hear the song, them is like, him never polish like how him polish now. Just straight lyrics.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until after the signing, I say, yeah, I tell Corey, yeah.
Real.
And the signing now, and I put him around in my studio, and she say, he's a different type of individual.
Yeah, because him still tough.
Yes, from them time, them wicked just like how him wicked now.
So you had Corey Todd around you at that time, and them times we looked at him as a visionary, like a person that was trying to build something that was able to benefit a lot of people around him, right?
Right.
And then you guys came up with the shoe line.
Right.
So with that shoe line, I personally think you should have still been around, because I believe in supporting each other, supporting black businesses and all these things, and there's none of that there for us to pour into. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
So at that time, I was rooting for the Konshens, because them look good. It's not like it's a little idiot shoes.
And them sell off too.
Exactly my point.
But, business is not just profit and loss.
True.
Like the whole heap of things play a part in it, and then me keep on I use the word madness because like there was a whole heap of things when we do way too early.
Yeah.
Like start sign artists and take the attention off of myself and put on them when
you still have to pour into you.
On the level when we're supposed to reach it, and like 2-3 years later I realize how much suffer as a result.
Yeah.
Similar thing with the show line. We just never ready. You get me? So we never ready. It was sure we started, me, Corey and Ramesh drop out.
Right.
And it just never, like where I was as an artist and where him was as a businessman, and the Massacre coming out of the mix, and then it's just the synergy never did it after a while, and the effort for actually get them to Jamaica was crazy. Corey forgot China, and like it's a whole thing.
So he was putting in most of the legwork on that side of it.
Most of the physical work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it ended up a case where we just put money, input money.
Right.
And me continue to be Konshens, and him have to up and down and do all sort of something. And, you know what I mean? Fine tune things.
Them times, I think creative recreation, I think it was running at the same time. And then we kind of compare to that and say, yo, when I buy that and that, this way I go buy.
Yeah.
You understand? So I feel like, is it something that you would do again though?
No. No. Shoes are different type of work, man.
Yeah.
If you want, if you want a quality product,
Yeah.
shoes are different type of work. I would put my name on something.
Yeah.
But more with the hands on a business like the shoe game again.
I mean, that's what I mean. Still, you just have a team that's just dedicated to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I feel
Definitely.
like all right. So when you came out, the swagger, what you followed with in the business is like your videos was crazy. Like whenever I see creative videos like where you came with, the lyrics was different. Like you was telling stories
Right.
with all of your music. So with us, you had us captivated with all of that. So a lot of artists wasn't doing what you were doing because the audience, what your core following was people who appreciated creativity. Right. So when you came with the shoes, no one is like, yo, this bad.
Them ready for it.
They were ready for you.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So I feel like that's needed again. I don't feel like anybody has filled that void since then. Even with the street vibes were the condoms, the stuff that that void is still there to be filled because it's not like people don't put out products in it. I just feel like they don't put out quality.
Right. And the right people don't do it yet. And I have a few things where I forward still, but I would mention them now. But same thing where you say are things I will say, and I feel like more artists can look into that too.
Yeah.
And not just even doing your own thing, but embrace more partnerships too.
Right.
You know what I
So
mean?
where did that creativity come from though? Because you basically discovered say you want the music through your brother, right?
Right.
So where did that creativity come from in the music, in everything that you was doing?
I really don't know. God.
Yeah, because it's like you fit right in, want to come.
Yeah, God and me is a very ambitious youth. When me used to do work, me used to like really work. When me used to do hustling, we can't talk about and me used to do really good at it.
Yeah.
When like anything what I do, I normally try to go from a different angle and very analytic and I look what I go on. So I always want to win. I like money. So I always try figure out where the next dollar come from when nobody no see.
Right.
So I wouldn't say, some artists come from Edna Manley or them, them look on the thing from a musical, creative standpoint.
Yeah.
I feel like I love creativity and I also a people around there from a business standpoint too.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of the people around you, like when you were putting out music, I remember when you put out, like I think I tagging at the song one time, your Drunk Confession song. I say, there's a different level of creativity.
Where you find that?
Yeah, that's because that song they have. I feel like that song they get enough credit where it deserves for be one of the baddest songs we put out. For me, that is. But when those songs are coming out, are these real stories that you're telling?
Sometime a real story them, but sometimes I just sit down and say, what that bad?
Yeah.
And you just move from there. So.
Because even realest song is like nobody never up till this day. Let me tell you, realest song, Real Father, and the song with you and your brother where you do about As Long As She's Happy.
She's happy, yeah.
Those songs, like no man not talk about appreciating them baby mother.
Yeah.
On that level. You know what I'm saying? Like every man I never left me yet that type of thing. But when you came out with that now, it's like we in high school I say, yo, can't wait for you reach a level there where you with a level of maturity where you can say, yo, me I never left for my baby mother, I still have to appreciate her for give me that blessing and save me. You understand? And then you talking about having your daughter, like a lot of men weren't talking about being fathers in the music at that time.
Yeah.
You understand? I think a couple songs came out after.
Yeah.
But most men always talk about mom. They want to talk about the mother, the main appreciation. So was it a case where you saw that love from your father where you said, all right, me have to pour this into my kids?
I wouldn't say that was the key. I would say my personal life, like my immediate personal life, like how me feel about my daughter, or how me feel about my baby, or how me feel about even keep bad mind out of my heart. I realize that something where nobody never say it that way yet. Everybody point the finger for bad mind.
True.
But a little touch of bad mind then at the whole way, and if you have to have that level of awareness there to kind of stop it when you feel it run on you. So it's like we just always try to say some things where it never say yet. And
even with that, a lot of my mentors that I listen to on like YouTube, I listen to like the Les Browns of the world. I listen to like 19 Keys, one of the people I'm on to now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of they talk about acknowledging like real feelings like envy and stuff like that.
Hell
Those are
yeah,
real
yeah,
feelings.
yeah.
You know, if you suppress it, just acknowledge that it's there, and then you know how to handle it moving forward.
Yeah, like most people like demonize our culture.
Yeah, basically.
Demonize certain thing like give me a different word for envy.
We call it bad mind.
No
but
man, there's like you say
envy.
your ambition, like you see something him have on the shoes there, me I
Yeah.
say, yo, I want a
Grudge.
shoes like that.
Yeah,
I don't want a theme one.
but I
But
want
one like that.
it. Yeah.
So I want to say, yo, you bad man me for my shoes. No,
No,
I really want
just like
you
it.
not have your shoes. Me want one like it.
Right.
You get what I say?
And it's the same thing, I think, even with music.
Right, so it's like we have this fear of, we want a nicer word for envy, but it's kind of envy.
Yeah.
And if you have ambition,
Emulate, I would say.
yeah, something. Give me any word. Don't want to know the viewers can.
Yeah, emulate is one of them words I say. I see that, like, I see I do a big show, and just want to do a big show like that.
Right.
And a bad man,
I
a bad man.
don't want
you
you
know.
not do big shows.
Right.
I want to do big shows.
But it can go both ways.
Yeah.
A man can sit there and say, yo, man, I like a boy, I can
you
do
know,
what
this
me
a
I do.
bad man chip in now.
That's what I say. So, he didn't know how to acknowledge it, though, because if you know if you acknowledge it, I can say,
Right.
I feel that way, but that this is all I really wanted for God. Like,
Yeah.
I really want what him have, but for myself, not, I'm happy for him same.
Right.
So being happy for the next man is a part of that whole thing.
Yeah, man.
So, touch on 2016, when I've been following your career from the beginning, and when 2016 came, it's like everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed with that, the traumatic thing that happened, and I feel like when that happened, I along with a lot of your fans felt your pain at that time.
Yeah.
You understand? Because one video or one picture we saw was you just sitting on the ground like looking lost. You understand what I say? So you lost your brother in 2016 to suicide.
Yeah.
And I feel like depression is one thing that we don't talk about enough. You understand? So what was that period of time like? Like you hearing that news, what was that like for you?
I want to tell you, sir, at the time, I celebrate my best year in the music too.
Yeah.
Broke Off Your Back.
Was hit. Yeah.
And them sang the out 2016. I'm literally my best year in the music, and I have to spend the year really I try come back from madness because I'm mad out.
Yeah.
You get me? I say, if you get a call like that, nobody not prepared for that.
Yeah.
And then,
You was in Jamaica at the time?
yeah, I'm there at studio.
Okay.
And Steve McGregor called me. When Mr. Steve not call me, because me and Steve not never like friend like that.
Mm.
But I did cross the road from Femos.
Okay.
I see him call me, I say, what is now? But we did discuss a song. So I think him call me about the song, and then when him said, like, you're not prepared for that. Like,
Yeah.
you start think, all sort of something, you start think vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look, nobody not there for
Take it out,
for you
man.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know what to do with yourself. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do with myself them time. You ball, you stop, you ball, you stop. You see me then, you say, now when I must joke, they say, drive go up there. It's a real thing. And it's like, just not be the same from them time until now.
So what was the feeling? Was it anger? Was it
Everything.
frustration? Was it
Everything, that confusion was the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you know my brother, like nobody will know him can't say them did see this coming.
Right.
Nobody at all.
There's no signs.
No, them man, they're the coolest man.
Yeah.
The man just want weed and gal. Every picture where you see him and skin him teeth, like
Yeah.
you just can't know what person I got you, no matter what.
And that's the crazy part, because sometimes the people who's most depressed, I just have Prince Pine, I just interviewed him the other day, and I was telling him, I was like, yes, you're happy as a comedian, but enough people where I get joke and entertainment and putting themselves out there. They mask that. They use that to keep themselves from crying a lot of times. And when you go home now, you're in a space by yourself. Now we have to deal with these feelings we have. You understand? So I feel like with depression now, you can see signs if you pay attention.
Yeah.
But we are not educated enough to know what those signs are.
Definitely, them time that. All right. So after the fact, when I start learn more about depression and even the same anxiety, where like 8 out of 10 people when I know suffer from some form of anxiety.
Yeah.
With more knowledge, when you run back certain plane in your brain now, the signs it clear.
Yeah.
The signs they clear on the right in our face, but when I think about that, when I grow with them mentality, then when you look upon them thing there as nothing. A man, you say, you're depressed now, you're just sad.
Yeah.
You fuck up and go do something with yourself. Like, we just not grow with, with that understanding there, or that level of thinking there for know say these things are real things.
Yeah.
And it just so unfortunate, say.
That is what happened.
That put me in a spot where I can learn.
Yeah.
The different issue I'm faced with now is, which is the worst thing when I think about this whole depression epidemic, is you have people who weaponize it.
Definitely.
So it's like it's so hard for know who to take serious.
Right.
Because people literally weaponize it. Well, especially with me, like you people would DM me and try to use that to get a response from me. Like, so you don't know who really I got through or who just I try to get a response from me. It's a crazy world. Like the woman them we say, man rape them. When no man no rape them.
Right.
It make it bad for woman who really get raped. Like it's a crazy world we live in, but at the same time, when you have loved one, just take a second look, make a little call, make a little check, give an ear. Because sometimes somebody just want somebody to talk.
We have a mutual friend who went through the same thing publicly, and that I kind of understand at that point. It's like I understand what Konshens was going through at the time, because it's like me I call him on phone and not answer. He's on Instagram, you know. I call him phone, him not answer him phone. My son in the house. I call him brother and brother not answer him phone. Nobody not answer him phone. And the man dep on Instagram with the gun and say, yo, I'm ready for done it.
Brother.
You see me?
I don't know what I'm going to do if I did see that though.
But
I
that,
like
brother, and guess what? Him just move. So we don't know where him live.
Right.
Then I want to know where him live.
Would I say my situation, if I get, I think that would be a chance if I get that. Because then would I then a case where I can say something more than me just get a call and say, yo, it done, you know.
Yeah, because you know, you see no signs. It was like,
see no sign in 1 day, just get up.
Yeah.
Yo, it done, and then me and him apart right through for the last 3 days before. Like, just check on the loved ones, bro. Like.
So how did that change you though?
Madness. I'm not hear me say that word. Because I just come from madness, bro, proudly.
Yeah.
Like, me literally lose couple screw dog.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that did that affect the other areas of your life, as far as even your romantic relationship and stuff like that?
Everything. I feel like, I would say my career, it impact the most now looking back.
Yeah.
Because there was a time I never really me hate be an artist. Because imagine you go through you're the darkest stage in your life and you come like a circus. Like everybody have something to say.
Yeah.
Enough people me not deal with now.
Yeah.
Which this would be the first time them I hear it. And that things what them do in that particular time.
Why?
Like you have man where have my number link me every day for every other thing. But then
that
the first thing I see him on is YouTube. I make a video. You have artists where the first
interviews.
thing the next day them have a song. Like, so it's like whole part hatred did a boil up in me for the whole of that time there. And then it was a case where somebody did plant a chip in my brain where they must say somebody did kind of set him up to do that.
Right.
And I have that a plan to kill somebody for about a whole year.
Because you have somebody to blame.
For a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah. It set up for somebody dead.
Ja.
See me, I just I wait upon there was a timing and I wait upon the timing until my mother end up go police station, watch the video for herself and call me and tell me say.
Because you did a video too, right?
Yeah, him do a video.
Man, I think that was the even crazier part, because it was like, imagine all our days I hang out and then I receive a video on my phone and then I get the news. It's like,
when I still not see that video then I don't want to see it.
And I'm gonna blame you.
Yeah, she
because that's just trauma. Have you tried therapy?
Try therapy them time then. But I'm so defensive even them time there. Like, I not trust nobody.
Yeah.
Not even a therapist, I not trust.
So you just shut out everybody?
Yeah, because even before them time, Me used to have girl with a therapist. And me never look upon them as an upstanding citizen.
Right.
So,
Is that them need
girl
therapy
tell me
themselves?
people business them time them when me I look at you.
That's a them need therapy.
Yeah, no, so how me if you go trust a therapist, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a crazy world and it's just hard for maneuver.
And you know, the grieving process, I think we don't even know how to deal with that either, because a man gonna turn to distraction, drinking, anger. I know for me, it was more of a first time when, like, my brother and my whip on my chin, the first time I ever actually deal with it, like head on, no drinking, no nothing. It was just like everything, ball, cry, fight, everything, just to make sure I go through the process. It's just like going through a breakup and you don't want to distract yourself from everything, like from what's really going on. Because enough man, we distract ourselves as much as we can. When we go home, we have to deal with that, you know.
We
You know, so-
try distraction for about a good 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then me dive in a buckle for about a good 3 years.
It's drinking.
So from 2016 to 2020, I went COVID come.
2020.
Yeah. COVID, me pool of liquor, me dive in it.
Sure.
Kendrick Lamar's a swimming pool, me dive in at that. You see me? And
Yeah.
just other means of distraction, because you know you're there in your yard and when you lock off your light now and lay down, and they say you feel everything, so you want
Yeah.
to make sure so you know what I mean, and you're not take coke and you're not, so you just have, you basically have liquor.
Yeah. So did your kids see how you change, but your kids felt that?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely try my best to not make them feel that. So I hope that worked out.
Yeah. And like I said, I appreciate you telling the story, because I know it can't be easy to tell that story, because even talking about my bridging, half the time I get choked up half the time talking about my bridging, you understand? Because he was young and he got in a car accident, but still it was like, talk to him today and the next minute,
Gone.
at least I was saying to myself, brother, if you're in the hospital, bro, in a coma, I could at least come talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that them thing they got through my head all the while. But I appreciate you talking about it though. But after all of that, like I said, me as a person who's paying attention to your career, things shifted.
Yeah, for sure.
So most of the songs you were doing now was girl songs and the breakout songs, and you see like the album will come out and you put out the song where you talk about everything, the anger you had, you going through depression yourself at the time. So who was there for you at that time when you're going through?
My wife,
Yeah.
fans, definitely. And one unlikely person, this is how this lady become a manager for a good, 2 years? Sharon Burke.
Yeah.
She just had DM me right through, I talk about a check for me.
Yeah.
And me and her just get close through that. I never have no prior experience with her more than she booked one show for me.
Yeah.
But she was just the person from the music industry where when fans pour out love, like directly to me, not a man I make a YouTube video
Yeah, a
and I
man
try to
just
get views off of it, but
DM you or whatever.
yeah, directly. She was just one of them where constantly did a check-in, and I just respect her for that. And you know what I mean? But definitely my wife
Yeah.
at the time, she was the cornerstone.
Right. So one question I want to ask you guys, you said that you were an introvert. Were you an introvert before or after all this happened?
Long before,
Long before.
yeah.
So do you think
Right
you
now, I do much better where being
Outside,
an introvert is
yeah.
concerned. I don't know when you're supposed to be, but yeah.
so do you feel like you're often misunderstood because of that?
Yeah. But I don't have the desire for correct it though anymore.
Yeah. You just want to be free and do what you want
As
to
I
do.
live.
Right. So now after all of that happened and you're trying to put the pieces back together, you're still making music, but not as much music. You're still making music and you're still putting out music. What was it like going back in the studio after that?
I was forced back in the studio after that. So after 4 years of just non-stop show them time, because after 2016, I would say me just every show where I keep me just I go do it.
Yeah.
Every call you come in, me just I go. So I need to kind of depend on go and not really drop music. Just I work. Then COVID come now and me get stuck at Jamaica and me get stuck in my studio.
Right. You and Dario weren't real brothers, right?
No.
But he was close to the team same way.
Yeah, before them time.
Yeah, you still have a good relationship with
No
him?
man.
Yeah?
Top priest.
No, I don't really want to get into all of that.
But, yeah.
But y'all, all three of you guys seem like brothers at the time. So that's why I'm asked. But
yeah, that's what I thought too.
yeah, now that you see Massacre where he's at in his career, because one thing I've noticed with you, because watch all the interviews, listen to your music, everything, you don't bash the younger generation.
Yeah.
You don't come in and say, yo, them money I do them. No, you always look for new talent. Me see a party and it's like, yeah, vibe to the new thing, and it's like you're a fan just like me of all of the young youth, the music. But when you see Massacre now, I take on the road the way he is. What you think about? Like, do you think you should have still a pirate that you there?
Yeah, we feel like, all right. So there's three feelings. There's happiness, my happy feel.
Yeah.
Because remember say he might try bus before him know me. See?
Yeah.
Before me at the music, he might try bus.
Right.
Then me I try help him bus. Then me and him kick off and him try and bust real till him reach a point now he come like him up on top.
Yeah.
Consistently. So, and the fact that I see the work ethic, there was a time where I did Africa and I work on a song in my studio. I love to talk about that story too. And I guess I realized I want a different type of artist. Him there my studio work and me there Africa. And like him might say, yo, all this sound. And I say, all right, fix, you want to do something with the chorus, and him go and him try, him send back a next one. All this sound. And him say, yo, all right, fix a part, then send back a next one. All this sound, like him must stop, him want figure out how to get the lyrics. All right, I'm going to sing a punchline, how to make it
right.
And him have it under control now. So, so happiness.
Yeah, you still have a relationship with him now?
Yeah.
That's commendable. What do you think about the switch from when you, Bugle, Serrani, Charlie Black at the time, because Charlie Black did put out some bad song at the time. What do you think about the switch from that balance we had? So we have the balance with the conscious, the real song them, and then we have the grimy side. There's a real balance. Now the balance is like the Obia, the bad man, the scamming, everything is here, but you find a 1 and 2 conscious song.
Nothing else. Just that. You feel like you make me move too fast a while ago. So reverse a little bit. I'm gonna tell about the next feeling then where a Massacre concert.
Yeah.
See it? So happiness is one. Then me I say, Jano, me should have still a manager you there. Then third, when I see what they are now I go do a show, I realize say me and him could work out.
Yeah.
Because me is a 1 and him is a 1. You have people where you have some people where it's just not a second.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just not a second energy that person they have. So they would have pretend to be a second until them can be a first and then a problem. So it would have still end up in a problem. So I better him be a first and me be a first and we connect now with it.
The alpha.
Yeah, exactly, the alpha.
So that's why I'm with Cartel and Killer.
Right.
Yeah, they couldn't exist for too long.
And that's why Cartel and Papi now go it now got me.
Okay, I got 2 alpha.
Yeah, 2 alpha.
In Islam they call it the alpha energy, where you are born a leader. You have that leader quality where you cannot coexist with another leader. You cannot follow. Yeah, you have a following qualities, you know.
Right.
You can follow, you know, but you follow to a certain extent.
There is going to be a clash.
Yes.
I mean lyrical clash. Like a clash of personalities.
Yeah.
So, big up Massacre. That where you mentioned now about the balance is literally what the problem is with dancehall. It's not that what you say scamming and
Obia and Badman gun thing, yeah.
It's not that is so bad or the worst that we ever seen. You know?
Exactly.
It's that alone where I see.
Exactly.
So when me a forward out, you still have reggae. So just imagine you are a selector. Just imagine how that nice and diverse and how much people can appeal to.
Right.
No, there is no reggae. There is no yang. I just beer yin.
And if a one reggae song come out, you're gonna know it. Like YG Mali song, it's a one song.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is that.
Some kind of novelty, something. So it was one-off thing.
Like when you came out, it was Rummy and Virga. It was
countless reggae artists, man.
Wally, bro. And even back in the day, even before that, when we were talking about like Drop Leaf Rhythm, all those rhythms were out wild, Cartel did boss. And then everybody was coexisting at the time.
And also that shaped me as an artist too, because even before you bust now, and you consider being an artist, you get up, you just want, remember, you know, you like dancehall, no, but you want to bust more than how you like dancehall.
True.
So, if a big reggae juggling come out, all of a sudden you sing a demo on it, on a reggae rhythm. A man sing a rap song and it work, you sing a rap song. Dancehall, you try, like, so you are try, you expand your creativity.
Yeah.
So now, this crop of artists now, them get, unfortunately, them get just me, Cartel,
Right.
and them type of songs there to work with. But no, reggae side never really did it for them draw inspiration from. So that's why I say every youth is like a duplicate of a Cartel, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think our desire for money is higher than our desire for creativity. That's what I think. You know?
You think so?
Yeah, I think
people love money a long time still, you know.
But now it's amplified because of social media. Remember, I know when you in a Sherlock and if Shama a drive past, I saw you go see him. I saw you go see him in a big car or whatever I'm aware. Now you can just, like, if you go up on your phone,
I see people life.
you get me. Me you go school together, I know you drive the artist car, you do this. Me I go say, yo, John, I feel like I worse man in that world because
you're onto something.
we're the same age. You're doing these things, but me feel bad about myself because I'm not on a level down we're the same age.
Contribute to the whole depression thing too.
Exactly.
Because a man get up and post him best day or the best part-time day every day, and you run your yard and say 24 hours out of the day, I saw him live.
Exactly.
And you look on yourself and say, Jano, me at 25 too now.
Is it me? And you internalize that. I say, when you internalize things, you know, it becomes double now. Because if you think one bad thought, that one bad thought is 3 times that one bad thought than if you spoke it out loud. Because if you internalize everything in a room by yourself, everything seems like this big old thing.
And you have no opinion. Yeah, just what you are thinking in your head alone.
You answer yourself, bro. You talk to yourself. So if me come here now and me start talk to you now, but the same thing going on in my head when me overthink, me I say, dog, you didn't even that bad, you know, I'm just me that think about it too tough.
Right.
You see me? And one other thing I want to touch upon, I don't know if you want to talk much about it because it pisses me off every time I have to really explain to somebody the influence of music have upon people.
Yeah.
When I tell people, say, yo, music really does influence. I say, we have a culture, you know. It's not like it's just music. We have a culture that surrounds the music. Like when Travel Fox back in the 90s and them think that when man put in the music, everybody do it.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say when Arrow shirt and them thing they around the place. And now Cartel come up with jersey. Brother, me have one jersey me up at the time and wash it till it turn white. And there's a blue one me have. You understand me? I say? Because me I wear jersey everywhere and then come out with Clarks. Clarks price gone up. Everything. Bleaching. All of that shit was trends. Like when you come out and you do the bleach ear thing, everybody start to do it. If you don't know how to do it, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Because that's the influence that you have when it comes to not only your music, your image, and how the way you shape the culture.
Sure.
You understand?
And your temperament, like, I feel like, may I assume say you're about to say, artists now want to say, music influence people. And I feel like every artist agree say music influence people.
Right.
Because that's why we are trying to find style. Because we want people to follow the fucking style.
Yes.
You get what I say? But the problem is, this question always is never a level-headed conversation. It's always a defensive conversation. Whereas it's always somebody from government.
Yeah. I weaponize it.
I try to use it to say artists are influencing people.
That's the problem.
So even though we know say it are influencing people, we don't want the government say so because at the end of the day, we are thinking about things from like the society are influence people to it are influence we to spot what's trendy and build on it.
Right.
For try to get gain from it. You get what I say? But guess what? If the society not accept certain things, we're gonna move past it. It's not gonna work. Just like how I would say the society right now obsessed with gangsterism and obsessed with
darkness.
Darkness.
Yeah.
And guess why more and more artists are singing about darkness? Because the society fucking dark.
Yeah.
And we're obsessed with bad man.
So even if you think about it, when Thames had the interview, no, when Buju first did the interview, when Buju was talking about Africa not doing certain types of songs, because remember back in the days when South Africa was going through their thing, reggae was their soundtrack.
Right.
They looked to reggae for that. And now that the world is going through what they're going through, and Africa is still going through with the Congo and everything that's still going on. We don't hear the Afrobeat artists doing songs, upliftment songs or anything to talk about social issues. So he's right, but I also understand Tim's point, where it's
What
like
was Tim's point?
Tim's point was
It's not about that for them.
for them it's for doing music for people to forget about what's really going on. It's like when you go out and hear the music, you just want to party and enjoy yourself. For them, it's just a soundtrack to enjoyment. So, for instance, we go club, we don't want to think about the problems. All we want to do is just party.
Right.
So she's saying that her Afrobeat is that.
And Afrobeat is not rebel music and not revolutionary music.
Exactly. That's basically what she's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Buju comments ill-informed. Like, I don't think him informed enough
Right.
about what really are going on in Afrobeat. And even at places where mention and what Afrobeat is. I probably know some man where them are the pioneers of Afrobeat, but Afrobeat was never about that. Or this Afrobeat is not about that.
Right.
And people heal in a different ways. Like like you have your problem them, our society have problem. Like, as I said, people literally want to zone out in a dog.
Yeah.
Them not have to sing about revolutionary if they heal them soul. Them not have to sing, cause them on a Rasta like how Jamaica have Rasta. So them could have leaned upon Selassie as an actual topic.
Right.
Them not have that. So them a heal themselves through music and movement and dancing and you know what I mean, and just the release of what you call it, endorphins.
Yeah, endorphins, yeah.
Yeah. Dopamine and it. Yeah, them fix themselves that way there. So I feel like Buju for pay more attention to what going in our thing.
Right. But like I said, I also understand this point. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like going in the studio and you're not gonna take nothing from some of the artists and for just be like one song for just talk about social issues.
It will.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah?
As an artist, me used to complain about this enough. At that time when I say, yo, it's like me would do 4 nice reggae song. And if me not say skin out girl and make me fuck you or something, nobody will like it. You get what I say? All a man will like it, all a selector DJ will like it, him not chance it and play it. Because him know say and that people want to hear from Konshens right now. So artists have these things to consider, and I know everybody have that revolutionary spirit in them when they get up and say, yo, you hear me? Now fight for what's right. Guess what?
So what you think? So you think you would ever go back to those stages where you in your creative stage where you was talking about the different topics, like even the reggae, because you have a reggae catalog. You can do a reggae show by itself. You know, you can do a dance show by itself. You can do a gangster show by itself. You have different variations of your career, but in the beginning, before 2016, you had this run where it was just like different topics.
Yeah.
And after that, it was mostly, like I said, you still had those topics, but it was mostly like broke off your back and the, you know, on your face and the. So will you ever go back to the Konshens before all of everything happened?
Now I go back to nowhere.
Yeah.
So what me I go be in the next year? I see myself being an artist for the next past 6-7 years from now. Because me definitely I lean more into production and artist management and artist development. But who me I go be moving forward, I go be a direct reflection of whatever life me I live and what my environment is. Whereas for try for dive into the creativity bag and them, I put them on the album them. Them on the album them. So but what artists need to understand too is the artists don't make a hit. Artists never make a hit. People make hits.
Right.
So if the people them say, yo, that one here then.
So you have a team now that you're working with in order to accomplish that? Like, basically you want to start by I don't know if you want to do like a subconscious label, or you're just going to start a whole new thing where you have a team?
Never stop. But the focus right now is just on Konshens, the solo artist.
Okay.
And we put things in place so that when we're ready to say, yo, this is the next one, we're ready.
Because Shake It is the single that you have out now. That's
Shake It, and the next one name Look Good.
Yeah, Look Good too.
And a barrage about for job.
So Shake It is like the creativity come back in that video. Like I went because I was doing a lot of looking through all your videos last night, and it was like Shake It reminded me of the time when you had some creative things in the videos.
Yeah.
Even all right, so looking through, who would you say you have the most fun doing a collaboration with?
Wow. Taurus Riley.
Which I would say the same thing.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of, because that energy there,
Yeah.
different from just music.
Right.
But I have fun with everybody when we do music.
Because you do a whole heap of collabs,
A whole heap.
especially because even with the collab with Jacob Ree,
Yeah.
that collab was unexpected because she was young at the time, and we realized at the time, in those times, it wasn't a lot of artists on a certain level that was doing songs with younger artists.
Yeah.
Regardless of who, because Russian might be your version and Fear manager at the time, but a lot of artists never care.
Right.
Me not work with certain artists because
Right.
I've probably been burnt in some way by working with these younger artists or something. You understand what I mean?
Them time I'm not get no burns. And even though with the different ups and downs what happened to me in a life and where people is concerned, I still not feel like I'm scarred by people. I feel
Yeah.
like I just reach one stage where, all right, that never worked that way. This is something I go work on next way. Yeah.
Let's try something else.
You know what I mean? That man I turn priest. All right, I want to still good youth. Like,
Yeah.
life goes on. You
And-
know what I mean? Life goes on, and you can't really use one situation and say, yo, this is how life is.
Right. And so I don't know if you want to touch on this a little bit, but I wanted to ask you, what is it like being an artist and being in a marriage, being in a relationship? Because,
Skip over that one.
All right, let's skip over that one because the reason why I'm asking, maybe I can ask you off camera because the reason why I'm asking is because being a DJ, we go through some of the similar things that you guys go through with being out, being public with your personal life.
Yeah.
Not only relationships though, even with your kids, even with stuff like that, being public with that stuff.
Yeah, when I say, you don't really have to skip over it still.
But-
I really run from it.
You
But,
don't have to go specific with it, you know, it's just general.
But I can
topic.
tell you, say, all right. First is like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And people have to understand, like, a woman who is with an entertainer, she not happy,
Yeah.
but it would be good if she understands it's a different type of world. Like, I don't know about DJs, but for an artist, like, imagine a girl will have a man who work in her office.
Mm.
The interactions we have with women is not the same as a man who live in the public
life.
eye.
Yeah.
You have some woman who see Konshens from 2012, 2011, in a time when everybody I try look ugly. All a man with a nice handsome youth from around the yard.
It's like one weed
The
that look.
image, the image have to look dark and mash up. And then me come out now as a regular youth.
Mm.
You have some woman who see him and say, anywhere me see him in the world, me I go shoot.
Take
me
the
shot.
opportunity, yeah.
And this was before Instagram and all of them something. So that are the
Exactly.
pressure where you have where
Yeah,
man
dealing.
under.
Mm.
Them where they have woman where target you from. All right, him a come and bust and watch me and him. So it's a different type of world, a different type of
Yeah.
understanding, a different type of strength a man have
True.
to maneuver a life like that.
And I think when you reach a certain point in a life at a certain age, those things, some certain things are not appealing to you anymore.
Anymore, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
But
you grew up
A
past that.
phase is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, more ask you this one thing before we finish too. America's Top Model. Brother, me I looked through the video last night. I mean, I don't know how to keep a straight face with watching that, brother. Like,
What going on America stop, man? You know which year that you talk about?
when them come at Jamaica and them do the competition, and you judge the competition.
Yeah.
The dancing competition.
Oh,
Yo, man,
which
oh, you
year
keep
that?
a straight face, bro. Like,
2010 that you talk about, you
bro,
know?
that was the most hilarious video I watched, bro. Like, the white girl my child, the dancer and the dance.
Crazy.
And me not give none of them that score the way you give them still. Everybody you get like a 3 or 4.
I know some madness.
What was that experience like though? International TV doing something like that?
Just something else. Like
Yeah.
them time that I didn't know what the show is. I just something.
Yeah,
Just
some
see it as yeah, this is something
yeah.
and you deal it as a professional.
Mhm.
Once you agree to it, just go do it like a professional and done.
Right, and the next big thing that you did was Arsenio. Was it Arsenio?
Yeah.
With Sean Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, if as a DJ, we've played that in parties and at a Jamaican zone. know the song as much as the international audience know the song. Because if we play the song in a Yankee club, like them know it.
Yeah.
But if we play the song like a Jamaican audience,
They don't know it.
them don't really know it. But
That's
that
like
song
half
was
of
massive.
my catalog.
Hmm?
That's like half of my catalog.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you perform the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sean Paul, I think Sean Paul, I get the credit him deserve for the contribution him do to dancehall, to be honest.
If you ask artists, him credit high.
Them know.
But like, you know, as Jamaicans, we all we a star.
Yeah.
So it kind of hard for Jamaican being a fanatic is kind of far-fetched. You know what I mean? Because we naturally believe so we are a star. You
Yeah.
can see it in the party. Then watch some person and say every artist has mash up the place, and people stand up so.
Yeah. With them,
Me have to wonder if an artist pay the people to come.
yeah, right.
And it's just a Jamaica energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it now support gangsterism and it's like we don't find it appealing to that level where we're fanatic of it.
So you feel like people don't appreciate stardom like before social
For
media?
sure.
Because now you can walk amongst the people and people are like, yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, and the social media, it get to a point where it is so useful for your artists and it's so damaging because nobody really have no mystique again. Everybody life just open. And the less you open up is like the worse it is for you because there's so much happening out of sight, out of mind. So you have to,
Remember back in the days, if you want to see an artist, is that if they have forgot the show, or you see them on TV, or in passing, like we live out country, so we never say artists when I grew up in, brother.
Yeah.
The only artist I want to see is my father used to keep shows. I'm going to say 1 and 2 artists. That's probably it. But growing up, there's certain experiences that we never had. Even certain selectors I never saw before.
Yeah.
You understand? So when me get to see, for the artists, even know meeting people like you, people like Perfect, and them people like me meet Daniel the other day, and I said, brother, you know, say me a big fan, like I grew up, and it's like no, it look weird to them because it's like nobody not really do that again.
Yeah.
You understand what I say?
You find, sir, or have you found, my interview you know, so have you found where you lose respect for your artists through social media? Like, him shows or she shows so much of themselves that them start show the real person and you not respect that person there, and it affect how you respect the artist.
It depends. I'm gonna tell you why. There are certain artists that I've met in real life that is not who they show on the internet.
Yeah.
So there's artists who is worse than who they show on the internet. So it depends on who I meet, because I've met artists I'm gonna look up to for years. I'm gonna meet them, I say, brother, you're one of the worst people. I'm sorry to meet you. I'm not a fan no more. And then there's artists who is like, I expect them to deal with me a certain way, and it's like
Opposite.
yeah, a total opposite.
Yeah.
Because when we meet you, it's just like a good energy and thing. And people have, I may be honest with you, people also have the wrong perception of you as a person. You understand? Because, like I say, you're introverted. That doesn't mean that you're not a good person.
Yeah.
You just like your own space and your own, your own time and things. So it's night and day. And then there's some people that do some things online, and I say, brother, you need to do all that. You're a big man now, type of thing. So it's two sides to it.
Yeah.
You understand what I say?
That's important what you say. Some people will be a certain way online, and that's not who they are. And I think like there are some times when them are really idiot.
Yeah.
And then there are some times when they're smart and realize how social media work.
Exactly.
And are manipulated too. So to me, the individual is always that's the proof then.
I think we're too easily distracted as people, especially as black people. We're too easily distracted with everything. Me and you can say some wild shit now, and everybody just a talk at the tone, and not realizing that we talked about for like an hour and change. We talk about things that actually make sense, and we're trying to educate people. Them know I hear the education part, but distract them with something that's a hit factor, and then no
clickbait and shock value and them something there.
So that's what I think. Now we have to place importance on things that make sense. You know. Yeah. And that's my appeal to people, is like the government do the same thing. We have to understand that there's a plan, there's a master plan to keep us where we at as black people. There's a master plan of the powers that be to say we don't want no educated black man in this part of the world. Because if you realize that most educated black men there, or even successful black men, they find a way to humble them when you feel like you have too much power. You understand what I mean? So we have to understand that they give us the power to demonize our own leaders. And we do that a lot because all I want to put out something and say, yo, you know, so Konshens do this in 2004.
And he mash up before it proven.
Exactly my point.
And even if it prove otherwise, him still mash up.
Still mash up. That's my point.
Yeah.
So we, and then again, another thing what we feel for do is research and read.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like black people are the smartest people in our genetics is we are more advanced than any other race.
That?
But it's true. It's clinically proven that we are more physically advanced than other races.
Physically advanced, yeah. But I would say probably the smartest individuals have been black people.
Yes.
But I will not say black people upon a whole are the smarter race. No, sir.
I think we are smart. The smarter race, but we just don't know how to use it. Or
If a man can mentally enslave we, mentally, for so much years, him smarter than we.
Well, true that.
Look on the other day, I go to man post and do a video and say, yo, I give wear shoes. I'm say, any fan? How are the shoes? Zane?
Yeah.
I never say who need a shoes.
Yes.
I never say who short a shoes. I never say any random person. I say any fan.
Who want it?
Brother, the internet uproar over
I saw you post a video about it. It was your foot.
Internet uproar. Man, I saw them now wear poopy now. Me put up my mother. You see me? I mean, not invite no man to the party. I say any fan.
If you don't want it, just don't.
If you don't want it, but it's just a nice thing for attack.
Yeah.
So me now realize once again, say, all right, the more them a come for attack, that's more activity for my page.
Yeah.
So I left that poster there, so I'm just going to address my fans. So I wouldn't, this is me banking on the fact that black people are idiot.
Well, I can understand that. I think we have the ability to be the smartest. That is a better word for use. We have the potential to be.
The potential, you can say that.
Yes.
Can say that.
But we just don't know how to. We know how to utilize it. We're just lazy. We're stuck in a.
We prefer other things. We prefer destruction. We prefer tear down.
From slavery days too.
Yeah. Right.
We're programmed that way.
You don't want to talk to me about slavery, because you're sure going to be clickbait. I have some different type of opinions. But
why you're one of them still? Because my opinion is probably different from yours.
All right. How long slavery lasts for?
400.
400 years.
Plus. 400 plus.
It could have lasted a good 30 years.
Why you say that though?
Because majority of it is when the white man come and decide say him a go not just enslave, but him a go link up with you and make you help him enslave me and the rest away.
Right.
And this happened for majority of slavery. Just think about that overall. So
basically, are you saying that the person who sells these slaves is the person who links up with? Or are you saying that the person who one of the slaves went buy and link up with and you help him?
Basically it.
I mean, the two scenarios can be true too. Because a black man, he does sell black man to...
Remember white man used to sell white man too, you know?
Oh, I never know that.
Before, slavery going from in Europe, man have servant and them something.
Oh, yeah, I know about the servant.
And then man go kill off entire population of people because him just feel like I saw people feel live like him.
Right.
Before, when religion was the thing, when them have them religious wars, before them come to our side of the world. See? And the man just come over here and realize, say, yo, all them play them ill and them something in them bush. I can't go in there go deal with it. So just friend up that money and get him to sell out everybody else.
Well, I personally think once you can break a man mentally.
That is it.
And once you break a man mentally, you basically conquer him.
That is it.
So that's what I think about slavery. And then once you break him a certain way, his ways become habits, and his habits become his personality.
And his ways become law. What you teach him now become law to him.
Yeah. So him no want to know nothing else.
No one know nothing else, and he enforce this law what you impose upon him.
Right. And
crazy.
then he might teach his
Pass
kids.
it down to him kids,
and then kids that teach other kids.
And if you have an opinion right now in 2024, people, the masses are going to look upon you like, it matter or what?
Right.
You know, you say, I saw it go.
Right. How dare you even be educated?
How dare you even ask a question?
Right. So, is there anything in closing? Because we normally close with giving some advice. But before we do that, is there anything that you want to promote right now as far as music, merch, shows?
No more promote that show, you know, because I feel like it's missing from dancehall, not just the internet, but from the culture. Like everybody a clickbait, which me like that too.
Yeah.
But as you say a while ago, balance. Like it really enlightening and refreshing if you see a dancer selector take that approach and say, yo, alright, student to life. I talk about some different thing. Enough people talk about mix up, enough people do this, enough people take that approach. So that show me I promote. My song them will promote themselves.
Yeah, respect for that still. So in closing, we normally leave everybody with some advice. Either some advice, a gem, whatever it is you want to let them know, just some encouragement to anybody that's watching right now, anything that come to mind you just want to leave people with. If you want me to go first, what you think about it, you can go first.
So I think about it neither.
So while I was talking to you, and for the past couple of weeks, I've been refinding myself.
Yeah.
For the past couple of weeks, because I feel like I lost myself in going through a hard time, and it wasn't depression for me, it wasn't anxiety, it was just a hard time I was going through, and it changed me in a lot of ways that I didn't know until I got a wake-up call. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been in the process of refinding myself, and part of that was remembering who I was when I was at my happiest. And that's what I would say to people is like, go back to that person. Go back to, like, I ground myself a lot of times by going home. I go home to go back to country, and I remember a lot of things that, like, I used to be this hopeless romantic youth that love education, that love to learn, that I wasn't social. I was very timid because I realized when I went through a traumatic situation in my younger days, it made me not want to walk up to anybody and that I don't know, I introduce myself, stuff like that. So I was always in a shell to myself all the time. And going back home a lot of times, or looking back through old pictures and remembering where I was at that time, or listening to a song from back in then times that could bring you back to that person who you remember that, damn, I was this person at that time in life. I remember there's things that grounded me at that time. So my advice to people would be, remember who you was at your happiest and the things you did to make yourself happy. That is why I go to the gym so much. That's why I play basketball so much, because that's where I'm at my happiest a lot of times. So if I play music, like, I see where far I'm coming from playing music and still learning how to be better at my craft and not getting lost in being too full of myself. Still humble, still, people always have said, dog, you know, so you're bigger than I don't want to be that. I'm still the person who can still hold a vibes, have certain conversations, still have my non-profit, still doing things to benefit the community. So I would say always remember who you was at your happiest. That is what my advice would be.
Yeah, I'm coming for the hamster wheel, eh? You're up on the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
And that would just go around and go around and
you kind of lose yourself in that.
That's definitely important for going back to who that person that was.
Yeah.
What me would I say? What would I advise somebody? Would I tell a young youth now, say, 6 years from now, you gotta look back and see, say, you put big emphasis on some things when I really mean nothing, and you overlook enough things that mean a lot.
True that.
So just kind of step out of yourself and look on the things that you pay attention to, and think about yourself 5 years down the line. But when I'm younger, 1 year it seemed like
a long time.
10 years.
Yeah. No, it run off.
See people who are 30 and say, yeah, an old man, you're an old boy. So that's the advice I would give you right now. If you can step out of yourself from now, you say unlearn things like enough things even financially what we learn.
Yeah.
Is literally crazy. Like we learn how to be workers, we learn
how to be spenders, not investors.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And them book where you see the rich people, them read the rich dad, poor dad, and them something there. Read them book. Skim through them one at a time. I don't like read either, but you have a thing on them audio book.
Yeah.
Skim
I'm reading damn, damn, what's his name? Something about the devil that I cannot remember this. Mega remember it and mega put in the description.
Yeah.
But he wrote a few books.
Yeah.
But that's what audiobooks I'm listening to. There's audiobooks I can listen to and there's audiobooks I can't listen to.
Yeah.
There's books I can read and there's books I can't read. Me have to audiobook.
Yeah.
Like 50 Cent book, me have to audiobook.
Yeah.
So
You know why though?
in voice.
Yeah, and because it strike a chord with you in your brain.
Yeah.
And you probably not take him serious enough
For read.
to sit down and listen and read what he must say.
Yeah.
But then when you listen, you say, blood clot.
Yeah. Serious.
50 Cent book, you can literally take it up so and put it in your life so
Yeah.
and apply it.
In every
Robert
way.
Kiyosaki, something them now. You have to
Different.
kind of,
Yeah. But they both. I
Yeah.
read the Poor Dad, read the Rich Dad Poor Dad and then I listened to it.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you see, we have people where in a way sight,
Yeah.
but we respect we actually are try enlighten. But
Yeah.
if you want to hide something from black
But
man,
put in
hide
a
it in a
book.
book too.
And also connected to what you said still, or before we close, connected to what you said, for the younger youth them, whether you're artists, whether you're just a regular youth that's a go about life, if you don't have a father figure, find one. If you don't have a mentor, find one. The things I know now is because me used to stand up with my father and him friend them and listen to them. You know, my father used to say, when I hear big man talk go one side, me still stand up on a far and still listen. But them talk about them woman, whether them talk about anything what them go through in life, because when you reach a certain age, brother, me I tell you, any big man can tell you this, when you hit like mid-20s going into 30s, your whole mindset changes. The things that you thought was fun and important, that is not going to be important to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that would be my advice that was connected to yours is talk to somebody older than you, see how your life will go change. Now for the man what them are doing right now, they won't be interested in doing that in a couple of years. So Konshens, man has enough respect for coming through and have the conversation, because it's hard to get somebody to sit down and have real conversations. You know?
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate you forwarding having a conversation.
Blessings.
Hopefully we can have you again at some point.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So blessings. And thanks everyone for tuning in. This is the Student to Life podcast, where learning and unlearning has no limits. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share with somebody, and we'll see you again next time. Peace out.